Good morning. Thanks for joining me on this Saturday morning for Devotionals. We're continuing out of the Gospel of Luke, chapter 19, beginning in verse 41. The part that we don't often talk about in Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem is what happens next, because it's not all triumphant and happy. Jesus knows what's coming. And this is part of our vignette into what Jesus is thinking and experiencing as he looks into the future. As Jesus came near and saw the city, he wept over it, saying, "If you, even you, had only recognized on this day the things that make for peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes. Indeed, the days will come upon you when your enemies will set up ramparts around you and surround you and hem you in on every side. They will crush you to the ground, you and your children within you, and they will not leave within you one stone upon another, because you did not recognize the time of your visitation from God." It's tempting to look at this passage and say that this is judgment on Jerusalem because it didn't recognize the Messiah, and so God would come down and destroy it. Jerusalem was indeed destroyed. It was sacked. It was taken over not too long after Jesus died and was raised up into heaven, at least historically speaking. And when Jesus says this, it's easy for us to say, well, that was God judging Jerusalem. But I think this is Jesus simply announcing the consequences. This is Jesus saying, if only you had recognized on this day the things that make for peace. But instead, Jerusalem would choose a different path. Instead, the people there would choose war. They would choose to rise up against their oppressors, and they would choose violence, and they would be soundly defeated. And Jesus is saying, I presented a different path. If only you had eyes to see that it would have been a better path. How many things does Jesus say that about for us? If only you could see the things that make for peace. If only you could see the wise decisions that you could make. But Jesus knows that we don't always make the wise decisions, right? We don't always make the decisions that lead to peace or good outcomes. I think the beautiful thing is that despite this, Jesus still thinks Jerusalem is worth saving. Jesus still thinks Jerusalem is important, maybe even the center of importance. And I like to think that that's how God thinks about each of us. That even when we get it wrong, we make the dumb decisions, God still loves us. Even though God just watched us ignore whatever we were supposed to learn. And God will call us back again and keep giving us more opportunities. But boy, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could recognize the times that God is visiting us and teaching us, showing us the right path. Would you join me in prayer today? God, just as your love knows no bounds and finds endless ways to reveal itself, so help us to express a gratitude too deep for words. Help us to learn to reveal our thanksgiving in the countless ways there are to love others, to provide for those in need, to serve where service is rare. Amen. Have a blessed day.